Hello, good evening. I am Pragati Tiwari from FYBMMC and I am here on the behalf of Studio Samachar. Studio Samachar is an online news portal organized by the students of BMM and BMMC department of our college. So today we had a very interactive session with Rajan sir. Rajan sir is director and co-founder of Global Skill, the skill education app. So good evening sir. Now I would like to conduct a small interview and ask you a few questions.
First question to you is, what all potential and strength one should have or one can develop during this quarantine so that they can have profit after this lockdown in their career?
So, as far as students are concerned, one is their academic qualification, which is there, and second is which is related to maybe I would say other areas like maybe sports or their talent, which is there, extracurricular activities which are there, and third is the skill development. So, currently, if the student develops all these three, the academic qualifications which are there, extracurricular activities which are there, and the technical skills required by the industry which are there. So how he can kind of improve his academic qualification by focusing on the exams which are there. So with whatever the exam marks which are there, they are important. So if he focuses on the coming examinations and performs well, that will have a good credential as far as academics are concerned. Simultaneously, he can participate in various events which are there, which are related to either sports or some talent related to like singing, music, dance, and any other activity which is there. And third and most important thing is that he should develop skills which are required by the industry. So an advertising industry may require digital marketing or many other things like editing or some copywriting or blog writing or some other skills which are there. A company which is into FMCG selling, they may require a skill which is like a good convincing skills, good personality, good communication skills, so on and so forth. So he can look at the career that he wants to develop in whichever is the area, and accordingly to that particular sector or the company, he should develop his skills.
Okay. Sir, can you tell us more about your app that is Global Skill?
Yeah, so Global Skill is an app which is basically for skill development amongst the youth, and so that they get a job. So we are trying. We have this platform is like a platform which is called as a Udemy, which is a platform for skill development courses. It's a US based company, and we are launched this as an Indian option for that particular thing. So our platform will have various video content courses which are there. So we have something called as L1, L2, and L3. So in the L1 area or maybe the L1 level, a student is skilled by using the basic courses which are there, which are video content courses. In the L2 level, then he either gets an apprenticeship or he can get an internship. And in the L3 level, suppose he wants to study further, then we have something called, we have tied up with Tata Institute of Social Sciences, uh, which offers Bachelor of Vocational Studies. So a student can go from a basic level course to a graduation level course. And thereafter, now what we have done is recently we have also launched the job section in that. So our app is a combination of maybe Udemy plus Naukri.com, so that a student can learn skills also, then he can get internship or apprenticeship, and then he can get jobs also. Maybe like Byju's is there in formal education, and same what we are doing here is in the skill education. So currently we are a startup. We are an early stage startup. We are not as big as maybe Byju's or Udemy, but our objective is to really help the youth to get a good employment by developing a skill.
So what was the inspiration behind making of this app?
Yeah, so basically the unemployment rate in India is very high, and a lot of people don't have jobs. And with this pandemic again, the jobs, the job market will be very difficult. There is already from 8% unemployment rate, the unemployment rate in India has gone up to almost 23 or 24% now. So millions of youth after studying, they don't have a right kind of a job. So what we are doing is we are focusing on industry specific skills and developing those courses which are required for the industry, so that these students, which have not done graduation or 10th or 12th pass, they do a kind of a course which is required for the industry so that they can easily get a job. So the inspiration was to help the youth and reduce the unemployment rate in India. Otherwise, what the youth will do is they will not be constructively engaged. There could be social unrest. The youth could go to some other unwanted things like drugs, or they could take to something, or they will just while away their time doing nothing. So we have to ensure that this energy which is there in the youth is put to a productive use.
Okay. So as your organization is working with a lot of NGOs and CSR works, so can you tell us and motivate us in what way do you benefit them, and what way do you reach out to them?
Yeah. So what happens is, like, the NGOs that we are trying to work with are those NGOs which impart skill education, so that we can work with them for underprivileged youth. So our major focus will be on underprivileged youth, because those people don't have a proper guidance. They don't get a proper guidance. They are as a result of which they keep doing some jobs which are not really important. So if there are NGOs who are focusing on the underprivileged youth, then we work with them so that we develop either a skill development course or offer them our courses free of cost, that they can give these courses free of cost to the students so that they can learn from those courses and then get some job, or either they can start off on their own. They can do some. So, like, for an example, we have a photography course in our app. So what we do is, maybe we offer that to the NGO and tell them that now they can distribute this course free of cost to the underprivileged youth. So suppose an underprivileged youth is there in a very small town or a village. After doing the photography course, instead of sitting on some naka or some, sitting on some place where he's doing nothing and earning nothing, after doing this course, he can at least start doing some wedding photography, birthday photography, kind of a tourism photography, and then start at least earning 5 to 10,000 or maybe more per month. So that's the way we work with NGOs. As far as CSR is concerned, CSR are basically funds which are contributed by a corporate to the NGOs, and through the NGOs, these funds are used for social development. So we try and talk to the corporates if they want to invest some money in developing the skills for the youth. And if they want to develop, then we work with an NGO. The funds are given to the NGO, and then the NGO uses these funds to buy our courses at a very concessional rate and then offer it to the kind of a youth.
So my last question to you is, how was your experience sharing your views and interacting with our students?
I think it was quite enriching. Sorry?
Some guidelines to them, like our students.
Okay. So first thing is my experience. I think I was very happy that, almost 100 odd people were there on the webinar. And second thing is that all the students seem to be engaged. The questions which were asked were quite intelligent questions, and that showed that, the level of student is really good. And most of them, they were all positive. So I see a very vibrant energy among the students. They seem to have a very positive attitude, and I see a very bright future for SM Shetty college students as such. And you said the second question was, what is the guidance or something you said, right?
Guidelines to them.
Guidelines. So my guideline to them will be that, they should have a balance in life. One thing is, yes, you should enjoy in life, but also you should ensure that you develop yourself. I appreciate, I've seen Tanya, she is also doing a lot of internships and, working with some agency, and there are some other students also, they are doing internships and working. So the good thing is that during this period, instead of kind of sitting at home idle, or just watching TV, or just sleeping or doing nothing, there are students which are doing something which is very constructive, learning new things, because in the new age economy, especially after post-COVID, learning is going to be very, very important. The more you learn, the more you will earn also. So I would say that students should focus on developing themselves, first of all, physically. So they should exercise regularly. Even if they are at home now, they can do it either through whatever the regular exercises are there, or they can do dancing or Zumba or whatever they, at this young age, students like to do all those kind of activities, but that will keep them fit. Second is they should prepare themselves emotionally. I mean, emotional quotient is going to be very important, and they should be emotionally balanced so they can attend those webinars, those courses which can help them to keep a balance, because many times student lose their emotional balance. अरे मुझे अभी friends को मिलने को नहीं मिल रहा है, I am not able to go out, I am not able to enjoy, I am not able to see movies, so they get a little bit disturbed, so this will help them to be emotionally balanced. Third thing is, I think they should do meditation, and meditation can help them to remain balanced and equanimous. So that's what. Fourth thing is, actually I would say that they should also look at how they can now help their own family. I mean, now they see that, I mean, they're staying with the family, the parents are doing certain things. So if they can help their family, it would definitely be kind of beneficial. Fifth thing would be doing something for the society. Sitting here, I mean, there was one girl somewhere in South. She started one activity for helping the poor and the needy in terms of food, and then that became viral across the country. I mean, if students can do something like that, which is actually going to help the I mean, society at large, that would be very well. And last but not the least, I think if they develop a mindset of being innovative, going further, those students which are having good ideas, it will be an idea economy rather than being just a product economy. If you have very good bright ideas, you will never find a dearth for your job or for your skill, which is there. So they should constantly innovate and develop this habit of innovating.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving your valuable time to us. Thank you.